Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? This is Joseph Conlon coming to you with your Monday Night Raw review on Monday, July 20th, 2020. This is the post-Raw episode of Extreme Rules, the horror show, which I still think was probably the worst show of the year. But we got the follow-up tonight. I'm in my shore house for the rest of the week, so you guys will be seeing this scenery for the entire week right here on the Big Fight Field channel for all the videos this coming week. And but that's that. But for Monday Night Raw tonight, this was the post-show, the post-Raw after Extreme Rules, and this was a very mixed bag show. There were some good things that I liked. There were bad things on the show. The best thing I thought on the show was that six-man tag with the return of Mustafa Ali versus Ricochet and Cedric. Mustafa Ali teaming with Cedric and Ricochet, my bad, versus the Hurt Business of MVP, Bobby Lashley, and the new member, Shelton Benjamin. That was my favorite thing on tonight's show. I am loving the MVP stuff. I just don't like the fact that he's the United States champion. We'll talk about that. And then the big negative on this show is Dolph Ziggler getting yet another rematch because WWE can't take Drew McIntyre off of TV for 1 week. How lazy is WWE for this decision? We're going to talk about all of it right here on the Monday Night Raw review tonight. But before we talk about the Monday Night Raw review, I need you guys to check out a few videos. I need you to check out my Slammiversary review from Saturday night as we reviewed Impact Wrestling Slammiversary, and I need you to check out last night's Extreme Rules, the horror show, that review. That's at 91 views, I believe, right now. So let's get that video up to 100 views. The preview and predictions with DJ Storms got over 100 views. Hopefully this one can get over 100 views. I want to thank each and every one of you who tuned in to both Extreme Rules videos right here on the Big Fight Field channel and gave it a listen. You guys rock. Great pay-per-view coverage for Extreme Rules last night and the preview predictions with DJ Storms. Shout out to him. He did a phenomenal job. And without further ado, man, let's just talk about Monday Night Raw. It started off with a video package of last night's Eye for an Eye Seth Rollins Rey Mysterio match, as if we wanted to relive what happened with this terrible ending to the Eye for an Eye match. But Seth Rollins started off the show cutting a promo. Again, a basic Rollins promo. Was it good? Yeah, it was fine. It was him saying like you guys wanted me to be this. You guys wanted me to be the Monday Night Messiah. You guys shouldn't be blaming me for taking out Rey Mysterio's eye. You should be taking out yourselves. Stuff like that. Rey Mysterio is officially a sacrifice. That stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Out comes Alistair Black. He and Buddy Murphy start brawling, and then we get right into Seth Rollins versus Alistair Black, and that match was really good. Okay, I'm going to talk about the match first, but I got a problem with the way they went about this. So this match, of course, between Seth Rollins and Alistair Black was very good. They had a really good match the last time they faced each other over on Monday Night Raw. Alistair Black got the win then. Tonight, the story was Alistair Black's arm. They were going after Alistair Black's right arm. Black hit Rollins with the black mass. Rollins rolled out the ring, and then Murphy got hit with the black mass. And we went to commercial break. They were back to brawling. Black, I believe, missed the black mass to Seth Rollins. Rollins hit a super kick into a curb stomp, and Seth Rollins defeated Alistair Black tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then after the match, Murphy and Rollins saw Black getting back up, so they went to go punish Alistair Black more, beat him up. They threw him on the plexiglass. They threw his right arm onto the Titantron, the big LED Titantron ring post at ringside. Then a commentary. Rollins took off the commentary table, slammed Black's right arm onto it. Then they put the covering of the commentary table on Black's arm, and Rollins gave it a double foot stomp, and refs had to come help Alistair Black with his injured right arm. So, unfortunately, it looks like Alistair Black is being written off television, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Number one, the first thing I want to point out about this is why did this match happen tonight? Why did this match happen tonight? I have no idea where Seth Rollins is going to do at SummerSlam. I hope it's not against Kevin Owens again, even though the match would be really good. But we saw that already last week, and we saw that at WrestleMania. So why would we want to see Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens again at SummerSlam? Seth Rollins going up against Alistair Black would have been the perfect scenario. Would have been your best case scenario for SummerSlam. And you threw that out the window for giving us this match tonight on free television. I don't understand why they would do that. But again, it's WWE being impatient. They had to wait 5 weeks for this match to happen, but they had to do it tonight. So I didn't like that decision. And then why would you write Alistair Black off television? He is one of the main characters in this story with Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio. So now on the babyface side, you've got Humberto Carrillo. He's off TV. Alistair Black, he's off TV. Rey Mysterio, he's getting written off TV. Who's left on the babyface side besides Dominic in this Seth Rollins Rey Mysterio feud? And I have no idea where this is going. Sometimes it's a good thing where you know where it's going, or you don't know where it's going. This situation, this is not a good thing, and they screwed this entire storyline up when they did that finish last night at Extreme Rules. My interest level for this storyline between Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio has gone down. It was one of my favorite feuds on the main roster. Now it's gone down, man. And I hate saying that, but it's true. It's really true. Backstage, MVP and Bobby Lashley approached R-Truth. He said, "Would you like to walk out to the ring with us tonight?" The 24/7 champion, R-Truth, said no. He said, "Well, we'll have a 24/7 champion anyway walking out the ring with us." Out comes Shelton Benjamin. He attacks Truth. And Shelton Benjamin's the new 24/7 champion. So they push Shelton Benjamin into this feud to the stable with MVP and Bobby Lashley, just to give him the freaking 24/7 7-Eleven I-95, a 5-day-old hot dog with mustard, and a Slurpee championship. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Burn the 24/7 championship. I cannot believe that title is still a thing. Seriously, it needs to go, though. Then MVP cut a promo. I gotta be honest with you, I barely paid attention to this. I just had no interest in seeing MVP talk. He literally cut the same promo he did last night at Extreme Rules. So I was like, why should I give my interest in MVP and this promo? Because he cut the same promo last night. Like, why? You know? It's so stupid. But then Cedric and Ricochet they came out. They said, we got a 6-man tag tonight. But MVP was like, it looks like you two are alone because you don't have any friends. Apollo Crews ain't here, so who's going to be here for you? They said, oh, we might not have Apollo Crews, but we have Mustafa Ali. Who? Who's Mustafa Ali? You guys wouldn't know because you haven't seen him in 7 months. But Mustafa Ali is back. Bruce found Mustafa Ali. Give it up for the man. Thank God. I miss Mustafa Ali. It's been 7 long months without Mustafa Ali. Now tonight, we got him back on WWE television in this 6-man tag with Ricochet and Cedric Alexander versus The Hurt Business. This match was great. This was an awesome 6-man tag. So usually, 6-man tags in WWE are generic, they're simple, they're boring. This match was a whole lot of fun. This was great. I really enjoyed this match. Cedric Alexander sold his ass off in this match. He really sold his ass off for, I believe it was a move that Shelton Benjamin did. He gave him like a V-trigger style knee strike, and he flipped inside out. I was like, wow, like Cedric is bumping his ass off tonight. Bobby Lashley looked pretty good in this match. Ricochet did okay in this match. Shelton did pretty good in this match. It's nice to see. This match had a commercial break. This match went about 15 minutes. It's really nice to see guys like Ricochet, Cedric, Shelton Benjamin, now Bobby Lashley, who I'm not that criticized of. I don't criticize Bobby Lashley much now since he's actually doing really good on Raw. He should be the champion besides MVP, but besides that, he's doing not bad on Monday Night Raw. But then the ending came with Mustafa Ali and MVP, and MVP went for a running boot to the corner of the ring. Ali ducked, hit a Pele kick, hit the 450 on MVP, and Mustafa Ali pinned the United States champion. Now, this match was great. This was my favorite thing on the show, no doubt. I loved this match. I'm happy to see Mustafa Ali back. I'm happy to see guys like Cedric, Ricochet, Shelton Benjamin get TV time, and they put on a great match. They really did put on a great match tonight. But I gotta ask a few questions. We still do not know who the United States Championship is. So who the United States Champion is. So, Ali pinned MVP. Does that mean Ali is getting a real United States Championship match, or is he getting a fake United States Championship match? I don't know. I really don't know. When's Apollo Crews coming back? Who knows? Apollo Crews might not be on TV for a while. More than likely, Apollo Crews has COVID-19, so we might not be seeing Apollo Crews for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if Vince McMahon actually stripped Apollo Crews of the United States Championship just because he wanted to take away everything that Paul Heyman tried to do with Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews was a big project for Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, it's probably his decision to have Apollo Crews be the United States Champion. You think Vince wanted that? You think Vince saw Apollo Crews as a champion in the WWE? No. He looked at Apollo Crews and he said, catering, jobber, enhancement talent. That's what Vince McMahon sees in Apollo Crews. It's a shame. It really is a shame, but I hope to see Apollo Crews back soon. I like Apollo Crews. He just needs a little bit more personality, in my opinion. But, hey, man, Mustafa Ali's back. He is a top 10 favorite of mine, especially at least in the WWE. I really like Mustafa Ali. He should have a primary role on television every single week. He should be featured on Monday Night Raw. We need to see more guys like Mustafa Ali, Cedric, and Ricochet on Monday Night Raw than over guys like the freaking Big Show, okay? It's 2020, and we need to get new talent over Give these guys a good push. Have Cedric and Ricochet go for the tag team titles. Have Mustafa Ali go for the U.S. Championship. And you can make this a little three-way group on Monday Night Raw. That would be great, in my opinion. I would actually be a big fan of that. A three-way stable between Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, and Mustafa Ali. Sign me up, man. Sign me up. I want to see that. We're going to skip to Christian Satellite. It really wasn't much. It was just Christian saying, I hope the Big Show destroys Randy Orton tonight for my revenge for what he did to Edge and myself. Nothing really special. But we got to Ruby Riott versus Peyton Royce. And this match was not that long. This match was like 3 minutes. Billie Kay wasn't there for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't care. Hopefully she doesn't have COVID. But this match went 3 minutes. Ruby Riott won with a Riott kick to Peyton Royce. And let's celebrate, folks. Ruby Riott got her first singles win in 2020. Wow. Wow. She looked happy as hell at that moment as well. She won. Excuse me if I'm yawning. I worked 8 hours today. Don't say, oh, why are you yawning in the Raw review? Bro, I worked 8 hours today in a 97-degree heat. I'm tired. But Ruby Riott finally won a match. I'm really, hopefully they keep this up. Are they going to keep it up? I doubt it. WWE doesn't see Ruby Riott as someone they want to push on television. It sucks. It's a shame. They don't want to push talent like Ruby Riott. Yet they want to shove Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax and Lacey Evans and Alexa Bliss down our throats every single week. But I don't know, man. This was a low point in the show. This really didn't mean anything. But Ruby Riott won. Good for her, man. She won a match. Good for her. I bet she's happy. We saw a non-title match between Angel Garza and Andrade versus the Street Profits. Now, Garza and Andrade have some momentum going into this, but they beat the Viking Raiders twice. They teamed up with Randy Orton to beat the Viking Raiders and the Big Show. They got some momentum. You would have thought that WWE would do their same old thing and have the challengers beat the champions in the match tonight. Therefore, the challengers get the championship match whenever on Monday Night Raw or the SummerSlam pay-per-view. But that did not happen tonight, folks. That did not happen tonight. Instead, the Street Profits won when Montez Ford did a frog splash and he turned in mid-air to Angel Garza. That was impressive. I gotta give it to Montez Ford, man. He's a shill. Don't get me wrong. Montez Ford, he is a WWE shill. You could just see it the way he is online, but that frog splash to Angel Garza at the end when he reversed himself in midair, that shit was impressive. But the Street Profits defeat Angel Garza and Andrade in this non-title match. And I'm happy they didn't do the same old thing where the challengers beat the champions. But I gotta ask, you killed the momentum of Garza and Andrade tonight. The Street Profits already beat the Viking Raiders for the Raw Tag Team Champions. They beat Garza and Andrade in a non-title match tonight. You have no other tag teams in the Monday Night Raw Tag Team division outside of Cedric Alexander and Ricochet that I just sprung up. What are you going to do for the Raw Tag Team Champions at SummerSlam? Are you going to have the Street Profits go up against Cedric and Ricochet? Are you going to have the Street Profits go up against the team of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin of the Hurt Business. That could be a possibility. I don't know, man. It was just like you knew it was happening. The straight thing forward to do was Garza and Andrade beat the Street Profits. They get the championship match at SummerSlam, and they win the tag team titles. They didn't go that route. I don't know what they're gonna do with the Street Profits. I don't know. I don't even know if they're gonna feature the Monday Night Raw tag team championships on SummerSlam, because usually during the pandemic, WWE has kind of lowered it down as far as matches on the card. Like, there's been 8 matches, 6 matches. We saw 6 matches last night. So we might not see a lot of matches at SummerSlam, but I mean, we'll see what they do for the Raw Tag Team Championships at in the future. Do I care about the Raw Tag Team Championships? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I could care less about these tag team championships. If WWE doesn't care about the tag team titles themselves, then why should I? Simple. Moving on. We get Sasha and Bayley cutting a promo. Sasha calls herself Banks 2 belts or something like that. Yeah, I think it's like, oh, 2 belts Banks. She was calling herself 2 belts Banks. She said she beat Asuka with her blood, her sweat, and her tears last night. She wasn't handed the championship like Asuka was by Becky Lynch because she left for pregnancy or internally she said that WWE said she earned her Raw Women's Championship. Then Asuka came out. She was screaming in Japanese. I didn't understand a word she was saying. Then we have Stephanie McMahon pop up on the screen. Then we have Stephanie McMahon. She shows up. She says, ladies, it was certainly a horror show last night at Extreme Rules. Sasha Bayley, congratulations on being the Women's Tag Team Champions. Bayley, congratulations on being SmackDown Women's Champion. But Sasha, you are not the rightful owner of the Raw Women's Champion, and you technically didn't win last night. Neither did you, Asuka. So what did they do? What do they book for next week? They book Sasha Banks versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. And the only way, the ways you can win are by pinfall, submission. If your opponent gets DQ'd, you win the title. If your opponent gets counted out, you win the title. If there's outside interference, you win the title. I like it. I dig it. I think it's going to be good. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully the finish is good. We know the match is going to be great. We saw it last night. We know the match is going to be great. It's what's going to be the finish. This is ultimately going to come down to, can WWE book a good finish for Sasha Banks and Asuka next week on Monday Night Raw? I certainly hope so. I really hope so, man. Hopefully they don't let us down, but I'm looking forward to it. How are they gonna conclude? How are they gonna go by this match? If I had to give you a prediction right now, Bayley's costing Sasha the match. What other way are they gonna go? I don't think Asuka should not be the women's champion right now. She's been one of the best things in the pandemic. So is Sasha and Bayley, but in my opinion, I just think Asuka should be the women's champion right now. I think Bayley's accidentally going to get herself involved in a match. Bayley and Sasha are going to have a miscommunication. Asuka's going to take advantage of it. And Asuka's going to become the Raw Women's Champion. And do we get the breakup next week between Sasha Banks and Bayley? Possibly. We could possibly see the breakup of Sasha Banks and Bayley next week on Monday Night Raw. Do I want to see it? I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about it during the week, but we're getting that next week. Then we got into Kyrie Sane versus Bayley. This match was pretty good. Good offense from Kyrie Sane. She's been putting on some damn good matches the past few weeks. So has Bayley. The women's Bayley, Sasha, Asuka, and Kyrie Sane have been carrying Monday Night Raw the past couple weeks, in my opinion. The Bayley match with Asuka, the Sasha match with Kyrie Sane, the tag team title match last week, the segment before, Kyrie Sane versus Bayley. These 4 women have been carrying Monday Night Raw the past 3 weeks. And honestly, I'm enjoying this feud. I really am. And Sasha and Bayley, you know, I'm not the only one saying this, but they are the best thing on the main roster right now. I originally was enjoying Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio feud the most, but after last night, that's gone. And Sasha and Bayley take the cake on the best thing that I think is going on in the main roster. They're telling a great story, and they're putting on great matches as well. And it makes me want to see them. And you know what? They're not coming off like, they're not being overexposed. We might see them on Raw and SmackDown, but it feels like they're not being overexposed. But this match was pretty good. Kyrie Sane and Bayley. Kyrie Sane rolled up Bayley. Originally, I would complain about this, that why is the champion getting pinned on TV to a challenger? But in this instance, I'm not going to, because this is probably Kyrie Sane's last match in the WWE. So why not have her go out taking the dub? So that's that. I wish Kyrie Sane nothing but the best, and I support her decision, whatever she does in the future. We got 2 more things to talk about on this show. Drew McIntyre came out. He said, Dolph Ziggler gave me the fight to my life. He said, I got put through a table, chair shots. I got brutalized. I almost lost my championship last night. But I came away, and I'm still the champion today. And he wants to know what's next for himself. Then out comes Dolph Ziggler. And Dolph Ziggler says, you owe it to me, the same shit. You owe it to me. You beat me last night, but that wasn't my night. Blah, blah, blah. I want a rematch. I'll have it anytime, any place. You name the stipulation. Drew didn't want a rematch at first. Then Drew took the rematch, and he said, you want me to pick the stip? All right, I'll pick the stipulation for our next match. So we're getting once again, folks, we're getting Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship. Why? All I could do is throw my hands up in the air and go like, why? Folks, this is WWE being lazy. They did not need to use Drew McIntyre tonight. This is not necessary. Why is Dolph Ziggler getting a rematch? Dolph Ziggler lost clean. Dolph Ziggler looked embarrassed last night. Dolph Ziggler picked a stipulation that he picked Extreme Rules only for himself. He didn't have to follow the rules. Drew McIntyre had to follow the rules. Dolph Ziggler could do whatever the heck he wanted. Drew McIntyre had to wrestle a standard wrestling match, and he still lost. So, what makes you think that Dolph Ziggler deserves yet another rematch at the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre? It's absolutely pathetic. It's freaking pathetic. Now, what's the stipulation going to be? I honestly hope the stipulation is that if Dolph loses, he can never challenge for the championship again. Because, I mean, last night was the icing on the cake. Dolph Ziggler is, you guys know, Dolph Ziggler is WWE's top enhancement talent. He is their top enhancement talent. So, why should their top enhancement talent be challenging for the WWE Championship when all he does is freaking lose? All he does is lose, 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 lose. You know something? I read a tweet from Brian Alvarez this past week. He said a tweet before his WWE Championship match against Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules, Dolph Ziggler had one singles win in 2020. One match that he won in a singles match, and it was against Tucker Knight on SmackDown. So I guess if you beat Tucker Knight of all people, you get a shot at the WWE Championship. This is pathetic, folks. This is pathetic. This is lazy. This is uncreative. And if you don't think so, you're an idiot. You are an absolute idiot for supporting this garbage decision by the WWE. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely sorry. I was fearful that this match was happening at SummerSlam. Thank goodness it's happening next week. Drew's going to win. And then we get Drew and Randy at SummerSlam. I'm going to breeze through this because I just had absolutely no interest in this. We had Randy Orton versus The Big Show in an unsanctioned match. This match went like 13 minutes. Randy Orton Big Show missed a splash and he went through a table. Randy Orton hit a couple chair shots. He hit 2 RKOs. He won. And then he punted The Big Show after the match. Nothing much to say from this. This was just, I don't know. It's Randy Orton versus The Big Show in 2020. So why should I care? You know, why should I care about the freaking Big Show versus Randy Orton? Finally, we can get Big Show off the TV. Hopefully, and we can get Randy Orton in a program for the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. I am getting out of here. I believe I went longer on this review tonight than I did on last night's Extreme Rules. I definitely had more I definitely enjoyed myself more tonight than I did last night. I'm not saying this show was good, but it was a mixed bag show. But I definitely enjoyed myself more tonight than I did last night, that's for sure. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching this review tonight. If you have not already, subscribe right here on the Big Fight Field channels. We are on the road to 200 subscribers right here on the Big Fight Field channel. We're just 45 subs away for 200 subs. Comment down below what you thought of tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. Like this video if you enjoyed my review tonight. Follow me on Twitter at Conlon_Joseph. And I'll be back with you guys Wednesday night for your AEW Dynamite review right here on the Big Fight Field channel. Back to regular Dynamite shows. No Fyter Fest, no Fight for the Fallen. The card's not stacked. It looks fun. So it should be a fun night on Wednesday. And I'll be back with you Wednesday night for your Dynamite review right here on the Big Fight Field channel. Have a good night and stay safe.